Well, you haven't done enough reps. That's it. That's the simple answer. Hi, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the top 2 reasons why you are not as confident as you could be. Now, number 1, your words are the problem. So you even saying, I'm not confident, that's part of the problem. You're always describing yourself as not being able to do something. You are literally fluent in limiting beliefs, and it is stopping you. It is blocking you from developing the confidence that you need, because your whole identity is wrapped up in how you can't do something, because that's always how you describe yourself. So let me give you a very clear example from my own experience where words really come into play. So many of you know me from my pole dance career, and if you don't, I actually taught dance for 15 years on a weekly basis in groups, one-on-one. And let me tell you something, okay? A very clear pattern emerged. There would be a student who would come into class, and just looking at their athletic body, you would think, oh, they're gonna pick this up quickly, right? Well, not necessarily. Because if that student who had all the physical capabilities had a mindset and had a narration out loud that said that they couldn't do something, it was always harder and slower for them. It always took more time to instruct that student and for them to reach their goals, because we had to stop and we had to change the language first. Because what do you think is going to happen when you say out loud, oh, I can't do this, it's too hard for me, I'm not strong enough? Do you think that after you say that out loud, your body is suddenly going to perform on command and develop the strength that you said you didn't have? No, you're already speaking into existence. Like I said, you're fluent in limiting beliefs, so you're speaking into existence the fact that you can't do it. Even though physically you have everything that you need to do, you don't have the self-belief, because your words are speaking against what's possible for you. If you continuously say, well, I could never do that because I'm too awkward, or I'm too shy, or I'm too afraid, then that's what's going to happen. Your words are limiting you, specifically around the process of learning. So you're speaking about yourself in a fixed and negative way, and that is why you don't feel confident. So the number 1 thing holding you back, and I say this with full confidence, I'm saying this with every cell in my body because I've been teaching, coaching, and mentoring for 20 years. What I see most commonly when it comes to a lack of confidence is an inability to watch your words and speak the language of confidence. Number 2, you're not practicing enough. You knew this was coming. Those of you who've been watching for a while, those of you who've been my students for a while, you knew this was coming. You're not practicing enough. How are you supposed to be confident at something when you're not practicing it? Experience gives you confidence, and so many people are resistant to gaining experience. They're resistant to doing the practice because, especially in this fast forward, AI world, we're expecting things instantly. We want it on the first try, the second try, the 10th try, the 30th try, when in reality, it's going to finally start feeling comfortable on rep 300. Right? And different things take a different amount of time for different people. There's that. But without a shadow of doubt, whatever you see me do, whatever success you think I may have, I have practiced my way there. I love to practice. I embrace practice, and I have a positive language around it. I know that repetition is mastery, right? What sense does it make that if you take one piano lesson, you're going to be ready to go play on stage? But that's the mentality that some of us are operating in. We don't want to practice enough, and then we wonder why we're not confident. Well, you haven't done enough reps. That's it. That's the simple answer. That is the simple explanation. Stop making confidence complicated. It's actually easy to build. And there are two ingredients that you need. You need a positive language around learning, around your ability to grow, to develop, to change. And you need practice. Okay, practice is going to give you that experience so that your nervous system no longer fears what it is you're doing. So in one of the other videos I made about how to talk to men, right? If you started applying those tips, you're going to need to do it more than once or twice to finally calm down. The first times you try it out, you're still going to feel anxious. Okay, that's a human emotion, to feel stage fright, to feel a little bit of anxiety, to feel a little bit nervous. Like, these are normal human emotions, especially when you're just starting something. It's going to take more than 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 or 50 times for your body to feel really calm, feel really regulated, and to trust itself. You have to keep doing it and do it in small increments. Make sure what you're doing isn't too overwhelming so that you can tolerate it, but that's how you build up to that regulated, calm state, is through experience. When you think about gymnasts, okay, gymnasts are doing very high level skills that can be quite dangerous, right? If you don't spin right, if you don't land right, you can really hurt yourself. And if you're tense, that also makes it unsafe. So there's a lot of nervous system conditioning that's done in sports that athletes learn about so that they can do their skill in a flow, in a relaxed way, so that they don't injure themselves. And there's no way to feel confident about these physical skills unless you practice your way up until that moment, right? Do lots of reps of building up towards it. So by the time you go to do the backflip, right, you started with a somersault on the ground, you started with a back walkover, you started with other things that put you in that similar position. You were in the foam pit, you did it with spotting, right? You don't just go for it after 3 tries and hope for the best, because your body is going to be too afraid. You haven't conditioned yourself, you haven't built up the muscle memory to be calm, to be confident about what you're doing. And the same thing goes for whatever it is that you're trying. So getting to the absolute foundation of your confidence issues, no matter what it is that you want to do, it's language and practice. Those are your 2 biggest blocks. I promise you. I promise you, okay? That's what you need to work on. And so if you need help, of course, I describe this in more detail in one of my e-guides. I'm going to link it down below. It's called Unshakable Confidence, where I go through this in more depth and give you the code to renew your confidence over and over again, because it's completely possible. No matter what you've experienced that has dampened your confidence, confidence is a renewable resource. You've just never been taught how. You've just never had it broken down. It's my absolute pleasure to demystify this for you, because it shouldn't be complicated. And when I have applied these techniques to myself, to my students, no matter their age, no matter their experience, their confidence skyrockets every single time. Okay? Always start with the basics and practice them forever. That's it. That's the secret. And speak positively about it while you're doing it. That's the cheat code. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an upload, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.